Howdy, this is my demo for Project 5 for CSCE 412. So for this project, we created a pipeline. We expanded on Project 4, which was to create a website hosted on AWS, and then now I set up a GitHub pipeline for that whenever I push code locally, I can update the website without having to touch AWS whatsoever. So for this project, we initially have the code pipeline. So this is the actual pipeline, and as you can see, the source is GitHub via the GitHub app, and then that's deploying to my Amazon S3 bucket. And so every time I make a change on my GitHub, it sets up the pipeline here, which then updates my S3 bucket, and then therefore updates the website. And I will show you the entire flowchart at the ending that kind of makes sense of how this project all works. Next is going to be my Route 53. So this actually sets up the A routes for the website. So we have the original and then also the www here. And so the next is going to be the CloudFront distribution, which gives a certificate and then allows for the actual distribution to occur. This is my certificates, one for the www subdomain and one for the original subdomain. And then finally is my S3 bucket, which contains all of my objects, and which will also be hosting the static website. And then finally, this is my GitHub. So CSCE 412 nishanganday05.me, and this contains all of the changes that I have on my GitHub. And then finally, this is my entire website that I made. And for this website, we're going to edit the About Me section, and we're going to place a change that says this is the massive change right underneath here, and you can clearly see it. So as you can see now, the website has no actual anything on it, and so I'm going to quickly go to my VS Code and just make a quick change, and then I'm going to go push that. As you can see, I have pushed that change, and so we can go here quickly and see that I made a massive change and it's just updated. And if we go to that, we can see that the code pipeline has taken in that made a massive change and then deployed it to my Amazon S3 bucket. If we go to my S3 bucket, we can see that it's just been updated to the exact time, and the About Me should have updated. And finally, if we go to the website and load it, it says this is the massive change. And that is the full change. And as you can see, I did not move with AWS. I did not replace the S3 buckets. This is all just from pushing to GitHub, which automatically set up a pipeline, which updated my S3 bucket and therefore went through the whole process through the CloudFront, the Route 53, and made the change to the website. And you can see this better in my flowchart that I created in my documentation, where we host the code on GitHub, then we send it through pipeline, which updates the bucket. Then that updates the bucket, which goes through this entire policy of the Route 53 to the Amazon, the certifications to the CloudFront to the Route 53 again for the A records, which then hosts to the two websites and then makes them secure and accessible to the public. Thank you so much for listening. This is my demo for the Project 5, and I hope you enjoyed it.